Hello, everybody. Welcome to GGameKnights presenting Wildspace. I'm your dungeon buddy, Ryan, and tonight we've got our wonderful cast and crew in the wings. Before we get started, we do have a couple brief routine announcements. Tomorrow, our next game that we have on this channel, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, is Alex gave me a look, and I'm like doubted everything I was saying. It's like, we don't do Fridays anymore. Oh no,
We do have a Friday game, but tomorrow is Thursday, which is a different show.
Oh gosh, you're right.
Because we're on a weird night.
We are on a weird night. Okay. What is happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have a new episode of Elegant Suffering, which is our Good Society game. It's usually off weeks from this one, which is why Ryan literally never has to talk about it.
That's true. I also completely forgot that this is not Thursday, and that this is not the normal time we play. We had to switch things around for people's schedules. So thank you for being patient with me as I get caught up on everything. But guess what? After Elegant Suffering tomorrow, on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, is Neon Souls. I know that with all my heart. But let's see. Also, our next Wildspace session would normally be on the 15th, but I will be out of town, so it will be, the next one will be on the 29th of October. But let's see. I believe that's all that I have for the moment. Anyone else have anything fun they want to talk about?
I do. Come hang out with me when this channel is dark on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/KoboldPress for our finale. I played D&D over there. It's called Lessons in Deep Magic. We use a Deep Magic supplement. You've heard me talk it into the ground, but it's finale time on Monday. So come hang out with us and see if we live. Probably won't. It's going bad.
Oh, that sounds scary.
That's what I'm doing. Every other day I'm here.
Excellent. Well, I'm editing one thing real quick. My schedule. And let's see. Okay, well, without further chitty chatty bang bang, we'll just go ahead and get started. Briefly recapping, I have just recalled that last time on Wildspace, the gang got in a little scrap with some upper management of the hyper corporation Ocelot, in the form of 2 mecha spiders and 1 silver dragon. The gang, talking like you're the Scooby-Doo team. The gang took out the this particular cadre of these capitalistic ding-dongs and took their stuff. And now with all that stuff, they've got a good amount of things to do. They've got a ship to sell, a golem to build, a girlfriend to date, and a universe to save. So where do you get all that stuff done? Naturally, Space Florida. So sometime later, the crew of the Arcturus has landed on the planet Numora, as we have been referring to it, Space Florida, for quite some time. A world of vast oceans upon which monolithic floating cities kind of drift along the currents that twist and turn across the hemisphere. Let's see. You found a landing pad. The Arcturus is, well, yeah. So You've landed. I'm kind of let you decide how you want to go about this. You've got a laundry list of things to do, and then there are a lot of options of what you could do. There is no ticking clock at the moment, so it's up to you how you want to approach this. So yeah, I'll start with Gwen. Arbitrarily.
Okay.
What would you actually, or you can talk about it as a group. I don't know why I'm singling anyone out, because there's group things to do.
Is it because earlier I said I knew what I wanted to do?
I forgot that you said that, so no.
Well, before we do anything else, because I know it will take some time, but I don't remember how much time it is because it's been so long since I've done it. I want to take all my alchemy stuff and all these ingredients and all this collection of empty bottles and start brewing some more healing potions for emergencies.
Fantastic.
Which we keep having.
True. Let's see.
Almost like we're more emergency than not.
So is there a thing in your inventory for how much of this stuff that you have?
Yes, I have the stuff to make 7 of them.
7 of them.
I have way more bottles than that. Yes. I have 47 bottles.
That's like double as many vampires as I've ever heard of.
She's a collector.
Yes. So okay. So you have 7 ingredients for healing potions. I'm gonna say I don't think time is gonna be an issue. I think it's just efficacy, whether it's brewed properly. So we're gonna do Arcana checks.
Okay.
Let's see. DC. I feel like I need to set this a little high. No, I don't know. Let's do 17.
Okay.
Can we say the rest of us help out to give her advantage?
Yeah, I'll say that she can get help, but you can also, the process of brewing, you could even use like Kitty to like help regulate different temperatures and injecting this tincture or that tincture, this oil, that oil.
Microbrew healing potions.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you for sure you have advantage.
Oh, now I can charge more for them. Okay.
And just go ahead and do it 7 times.
I've got an 18.
So that's 1.
A 22.
2.
A bad one. An 8.
Oh, that one's skunked.
A 21. A 22. Hell yeah. A 23.
Nice.
One more. And a 12. Okay.
All right. So yeah, 5 healing potions. Common healing potions. Excellent.
All right.
And I'm gonna say that the process of the skunked ones like melt the glass. So you now have 40 glasses left, or
yeah.
40 bottles left.
I mean, I will remind you, I am a glass blower.
Hush you.
So.
I thought we had some other ones like in this ship too. Like I think I just took some of them. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. 78 empty bottles worth 1 gold piece each. Gwen took 50 is what the sheet says.
Oh my god.
Yay. Okay.
Can we just put infinite? Can we just say infinite?
Funny.
Okay, so all told...
Well, that will break the economy because we'll keep selling them for 1 gold each. It's a better plan than chopping off parts of Rosh's diamond body.
I still kind of like that plan.
Yeah,
forgot about that plan.
So all told, I have 9 healing potions.
9?
In
Excellent.
my pocket.
Very good.
Would
wow,
you
that's
like
a big
some?
Pocket. That's just.
We could do 3 each.
Yeah, you want to split those
Would
3?
you like
each?
some?
Do I have any? I don't have any, so yeah.
Okay. have them.
These are just the basic 2d4.
Yeah. I figured just in case something terrible happens.
Alright, I always forget that their index already is potion of healing, not healing potion.
Oh, that's... I guess that makes sense for index purposes.
Yeah. I would hope they have a tag or something, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Buy some more of that
So
stuff.
as far as group activities, we need to go through the process of selling the stuff that we stole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we need to build the things that we need to build, which is the golem and the engine.
So I thought we had gotten the golem stuff set up on Gwen's sisterhood homeworld. Am I misremembering that?
I think that's where you're... I don't remember that. I remember that you said that your brothers and sisters are there. But I don't think the
My brothers
golem
and
was
sisters
there.
are at Chamachaman.
We left help.
Wait.
We left help in
That's
the
it.
egg.
Is what we did.
Help
Help in the egg are there.
That's it.
Okay.
I forgot that help is no longer with us. It's good to know. Oh, but you okay. All right. So here's what I'm gonna suggest. Just because I think it's, well, you can do it, whatever you want. But there are people on this planet who can build together. Build things that are experts at that. That you might consider allowing someone who's specialized in building engines build the engine. Someone who's specialized in working with like cybernetics or robotics to tackle the golem task as well.
Since we have the manual, does that give any sort of, like, as far as you need to find somebody who has the technical skills, does that replace any of the technical skills that were needed? I don't know how the magic item works. I just know it.
So I'm that's true. It is. I guess it is. Let me read it. Or should I just like buy fiat? All right, let me read it. Okay. I was gonna just interpret it as like less of a magical item and more of like a list of instructions, and someone who has the expertise can build it. And the gold cost is less of like a spell component thing and more of just like you pay this person for the materials and their time to build it.
Makes sense.
But yeah, it looks like it does require yeah. It's the only thing that would be different is the only real difference I think is the requirement of being a spellcaster. It doesn't really matter because of the level that you all found this, and I'm supposed to destroy this after you make it work, and so this is a one-time deal. Although I don't know. Yeah, that's a one-time deal. I'm not going to open up that door quite yet.
Us having our army of iron golems.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, there's probably a way that y'all can make 1 million gold and just have like 10 iron golems. Yikes. Cool. So, yes. Oh, also, this is really just like rehashing what we talked about last time, for my own benefit and everyone's. You found a buyer for the ship, sell it for 82,000. One of your old contacts, Uriel, who has actually said that they would rendezvous with you here at Nemora.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
She won't be here quite yet, so you have a few days to do whatever you want, but she will arrive in time. And but she did forward a down payment of 41,000. to hold on to it for.
Okay. And how much were you going to charge us for the Iron Golem? Because I know it's supposed to be like 100,000 or something.
So here's what I can do. You can put down 50 and you will get a weaker version of the Iron Golem. And then you can, when you get the other 50, you can upgrade it to the full Iron Golem.
That sounds good to me. In that way, we've got some money to upgrade our own stuff.
Cool. So, do you all have? I know with that 41 grand, do y'all have the rest of the?
I think we've been through this a couple of times that we have like no money between
So there's
us.
no money.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that
I mean,
y'all
I
can
have money,
sell?
but I don't have that much money.
Like 9 grand.
I have like 25
Okay.
Yeah, I've got like 15.
and 10 platinum.
1,500, not 15 grand.
Okay.
Unless we want Vincent to go carousing again and maybe get another girlfriend while gambling.
Yikes.
But there are probably more reliable ways
Can you
to
just
get money.
find a really rich girlfriend?
Oh, I don't know that we ever got into Lizbeth's background
Financial
much.
situation.
Well,
Well, she says she's gonna be here. Uriel's gonna be here in a couple days with the rest of our money. If we just we stock it, we do all of our other stuff first, and then once we get here and get the rest of the money, then we hire the people for the engine and the golem, and just wait a couple more days.
Cool. Well, rock and roll. So what did you want to do first? Oh, by the way, everybody, this is kind of a beach/shopping episode. So you viewers at home, this is what's going to happen for a little bit here.
Sorry.
Very ominous music for a beach episode.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You got any steel drums in there?
Yeah, give me a
Or
second.
just the Disney World theme song? That It's a Small World?
I
did you just call It's a Small World the Disney World theme song?
It is the Disney World theme song.
No one calls it that.
I think we could play about
that the
10
same?
seconds of that on loop.
That sounds like my personal hell.
I'll find it.
It would just be the chorus on. I'm not going to get it. Okay,
Please
so
don't.
I know personally, I wanted to get a couple of wanted to look for a couple of equipment upgrades for Rosh.
Cool.
And do some research, and Rosh would invite Gwen to do some research and anyone else to do some, assuming that Vincent's is on his date and he doesn't want to go research as well. But inviting them to do some shopping and research also.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Sorry, I'm laughing. You'll hear what I'm laughing at.
Perfect.
It sounds like what they would play at the beginning of like an orientation slideshow. We're so glad you've decided to join our team.
No,
Welcome
I love it.
to Ocelot.
It's so happy.
It's a little loud for me. You want me to bring it down, or is it fine?
It's fine.
Bring it down a little. Oh, that's
Okay, cool. Might as well lean into it. Cool. So, upgrading equipment and doing some investigating. Sure. What would you like to upgrade?
I wanted a better shield.
Okay.
I just have a plain shield. And I have the worst AC, I think.
You have the worst AC?
Well, I guess I don't know. what
It's
Vincent's
19.
It's the same as mine, yeah.
yeah.
Is it? I feel like I'm getting hit so much.
Well,
How do you think I feel, fam?
Yeah, but when things hit you, Gwen, they die. So, yeah. So, well, okay.
What kind of shield do you have?
Yeah, what kind of shield are you looking for?
What I have right now is a shield, according to the
Oh,
5e
okay.
rules.
Mine's +1, that's why I have the same as you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking to either get a like a +1 or
Okay.
more. I don't know what those price range. I know they kind of get exponentially more expensive.
Oh, wow! Is it actually so much cheaper than I thought it would be?
If you have the slot for it, you could also get like a cloak of protection or something. That's what I
Just
have.
about to say, because I know we have that somewhere in the party, because I have it on my sheet, but not equipped.
I have one, but I
Yeah.
think I bought it when I bought my shield.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I've also got some. I'm probably gonna stop attuning to the Kraken cloak because I haven't actually used the functions of that in a while, unless we go to a water planet.
Space Florida.
We're
That's
there.
true. We're here right now. I'll wait to unattune to it until later, but I probably pick up something else for when we go back to.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So here's the ranges. For an uncommon item, which a +1 would be, that's between 101 and 500 gold. So we're gonna do a roll for. We'll do. Let's trying to think of. Here's what we'll do. I want you to do just a luck roll, which is a D4. In this case, higher is bad. And then for every numeral, you're gonna roll an extra D100, basically, for how much this is gonna cost. Does that make sense? So
Okay.
100 is the base. If you roll a 1, you just roll 1 D100, and whatever you rolled there gets added to the 100. You roll a 4 on the D4, you roll 4 D100s and add that to it. And that's what the cost will be.
Okay. D4. That's a 4, of course.
And I've
So
been luck
roll-
and subtract a D4 from that.
Well, if I roll 400 on 4 D100s, then I'm gonna be really shocked, guys.
I'll let you. So Ben luck is.
That was a joke. We can.
Well,
skip past it.
it was a joke, but also kind of it is fortune, and
Mhm.
but I think because this is only 4, and normally Ben luck is like in a range of like 1 to 30.
Ben luck is a 1D4.
So but it's like dropping from like
Right. Okay.
potentially
That'll
30.
build effect.
Like the percentage effect that has on that versus a D4 is very different. So I will let you drop 1 from that, and so instead of a D4, you'll or 4 D100s, you'll roll 3 D100s.
Okay.
Get an extra one if you let Vincent drop you into a pit.
Cool. So with a 64, 42, and 76, you will add 182 to 100, so 282 gold to get a +1 shield.
I can buy that with my own personal money.
Okay. You want to see? You want to?
I
You can
see-
trade for that, and you lose that deal and go for a rare one. Okay. And that's between 5 and 5,000 gold.
This is like deal or no deal.
Yeah. Exactly. Do you want to try to go for a rare and get a +2
I'm gonna
shield?
turn to the people in my corner. What do I do? What do I do, guys? So I push to get the.
Wait, what's the range on a +2?
You said
500
500 to 5.
5,000. Yeah, 500 to
5,000.
5,000.
How much money do you have?
So I have about I've got diamonds and stuff in my inventory that I'm gonna hold on to. So I have 400 gold pieces, actually.
Okay.
And then I've got diamonds and stuff.
I was going to offer to help because I'm not doing anything with
Well,
this
I'm asking-
money, but I can only help to a point.
So my question is, we've got the 80, we got the 41,000 gold. We got to save 10,000 of that for the actual costs of what we're doing for the golem. Do we need to save any of that?
30,000 for the engine, which Ryan mentioned off stream. We may need to pay some for discretion because
Yeah.
we don't want, universe-breaking engine building knowledge floating out
So
there.
Is it going to
do we
be...
know about how much the engine's going to cost?
I think I said 30,000.
About 30,000. Okay. So we don't have any extra money, so I should just take this
No.
deal because I can't.
I was gonna say,
Probably.
because I was money. Is it gonna be more cost effective, and do you have the slot to get the shield and then try to get like a cloak of protection or something? Because I have like 25,000 gold. I'm not doing anything with 2,500 gold. I said the wrong word. 2,500 gold. I'm not
Also,
really doing anything with.
Because I feel like this may or may not affect decisions. I will say that Uriah, when she said she was on, she'll meet you there. I think she said that she might have work for you when she arrives. So there is money on the horizon. You don't know how much though.
Yeah, it's probably more cost effective for me to just get this, boost my AC up by 1, and then later on get another +1 uncommon +1 item for again that 500 or less.
I will buy you a cloak, is what I'm saying.
Okay. If you want, yeah, that's probably better than spending it at maximum.
Because if you go for the +2 shield and it's like 5,000, I can't help you.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll spend it because that'll take up.
That's
an
what I'm
achievement
doing right now
slot.
is a +1 shield and a cloak of protection.
Okay. Cool. Also, I say this music kind of makes this kind of nice.
Yeah.
It was like I thought it was cheesy, or it is cheesy, but like I do feel better right now.
Yeah.
Doing this.
Carefree.
Yeah, I feel pretty carefree. Let's spend some money, y'all. Let's spend some money. So you now have a +1 shield, which is I think let's see. I think so. I would like to kind of integrate it into your armor,
Okay.
where the shield kind of also operates off this photosynthetic barriers, these like kind of light shimmering, not dissimilar from like Omni tools in Mass Effect, that just like that kind of appear across your wrist, that like glowing. Yeah, you will now have +1 to your AC on top of, or so +3 to your AC.
Cool. Sweet.
Cool. What about you, Gwen? You want to buy some?
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'll try to hunt down. Am I thinking of it right that a ring is more rare than a cloak?
Yes.
Right.
Well, they're smaller, so yeah.
Harder to
I think
find.
Cloaks are uncommon and the rings are.
I think
So-
that's why I also did the +1. So I'm gonna try to hunt down another cloak of protection, and then try to find an herbalist to stock up on ingredients for potions, because I used all mine.
Cloak of Protection is uncommon. Okay, so same thing for you. You can
Okay.
do as a D4 for the fortune.
4. Let's say 2.
It's a 2. Okay, so now you rolled a 2 D100s.
Well, that is 86 and 63. I don't know what that is in numbers.
I got it. Oops, I'm talking to myself. All right, so your cost is 249.
Okay. I'll buy that.
Excellent.
And then some potion ingredients.
Cool. Okay. Let me figure out how we should price that.
Now, did you get 2 cloaks, or am I using the one that we have out in the inventory somewhere, or that nobody's wearing?
Well,
The
so-
one that we had in the inventory is the one that I'm using.
Okay, you're getting that one for
For
me
you.
then. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to confirm.
Does it come in red?
Yes. Yes. So this doesn't say what the. Is it common or I guess it doesn't say in the SRD. Yes, it does. It's common. Yep. So that will be between 50 and 100 gold. So do me a D5 for your fortune roll.
Well, I don't have one of those.
Oh yeah, you're using real dice.
That's a 1.
D10.
Oh
yeah, you
yeah, I
can
guess
do
I
a
could've.
D10.
Too late. I got a 1.
Okay. Oh, that's good. So now roll a D10 and add that to 50.
Okay. 7.
Okay, so 57, and that will be times however many you wanted.
Let's be. I'll get 10.
Okay. So 570 gold.
Heck yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. Well, wonderful. So what about you, Vincent?
Oh gosh. I'm too poor to buy anything really useful right now. Plus, I'm also maxed out on attunement because I do still have this Glove of Spell Storing that Bolster made for me forever ago, and I think it was last time I actually found what it's supposed to do at some point. So should figure that out at some point. But so I think it's basically, Vincent is probably the one going around and like securing the services of the golem maker and the engine builders, and then after
Cool.
that is would have sent Elizabeth a message ahead of time of like coming back to planet, be sticking around for a while, got some errands to run, but then date ?
Yeah, Elizabeth hits you back and is excited to see you, and I think she's going to say that she's currently has plans. She's going to a party with some friends, and she invited you to come along.
I would check to see if it's okay if my other friends tag along, or would knowing what he does of Elizabeth, would would Gwen and Rosh just be too out of place? But also, I think RP wise, it would be fun to, out of character, would be more fun to have them along. So
Yes.
I think it does ask if can have some other friends come along.
She is thrilled to meet your friends. I did not mean to do this, but let's go on a double date, I guess. All right, we'll do that later. But yes, for sure. So you do find also a machinist by the name of Gaz, who is happy to take your money and get started on this baby. Well, I don't know. We'll play that.
So is the machinist for the golem builder or the engines, or are they doing both?
Interesting.
I guess we could afford to start the engines now.
Yeah.
Because we've got the gold for that.
Yep.
It's just the golem we don't have enough for.
Yeah. So let's. I kind of want to get both things started. So we'll do. You can put some of that money down and get someone like started on it, and then just like they will get 10 grand progress on it, and if you add some more to it when Ural comes in, or you can ask nicely, maybe she can forward you a little bit more money. But yeah, so we will, let's see, we'll start some clocks because I like for my own benefit. So I won't. So Golem. And we will start a clock for the engine. I'm going to put the engine a little bit ahead of the Golem just because you're able to put more money down on it. So cool. Blah, 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 blah. Yay. You can't read that. I used a regular pen instead of a Sharpie. So that's just irritating to everyone except me. So I'll put that right there. Cool.
So did we clarify, is Gaz doing both, or Gaz is just doing the engines for now?
Let's just do both. I think that actually makes a lot of more sense. If you're willing to put 40 down, he's happy to start on both projects. And you also notice when you get to his warehouse, it's kind of a greasy fellow. He's got robot parts everywhere. There's lots of different fuselages, and it almost looks like outside of the warehouse. It looks a little bit like a junkyard, but once you go like inside to this large facility, it's a lot nicer. He's got different things that are being tested. You see like conduits that are pulsing with energy as he's kind of testing transfusion loads and that sort of thing. But he's happy to. You also see like robots who are there actually doing work with him, or helping him get this production going. But he looks at these plans that you've offered him and is real excited to get to work on these things.
Would like to, I guess it might be an insight check, just try and figure out how discreet we can expect him to be, and if that's how much extra that might cost us, because again, don't want the plans for the engines really getting out there.
Oh sure, yeah. Go ahead, roll me a little insight on old Gaz there, buddy.
All right, I forget that I'm proficient in that. Okay, that's gonna be a 23.
23. Okay, I think, you don't get a sense, he seems just very excited about the project. You don't get a sense that he might talk about it because he's excited about it with friends, but it also doesn't look like he has a ton of friends that he hangs out with. He's just surrounded by robots. So like, it's one of those things where if he does go out, you wouldn't be too surprised if he just started flapping his lips. I think what you could try to do is leverage, he's excited enough about this project that you could leverage him being able to do it for his secrecy. And I can kind of want to roll a hit and roll, like how successful that, or like how much that can trust, or maybe I'll roll in the open. Actually, I just saw some advice about this. We'll do this just out in the open.
Should I roll a persuasion here, or is this still going off the insight?
You've persuaded him already. Okay. I think the idea is like, is he gonna mess up?
Gotcha.
And spill the beans anyhow. So let's do a D100.
Okay.
And at this time, higher is better.
Well, that's not great. I'm just double checking. Tides of Chaos has to be on the D20 roll, I think. Yeah, so that's only an 18.
Okay. So yeah, just to so I'll say he's gonna spill the beans. But here's how I'll do this. I will do a clock for this, and since 18's pretty bad, I'm going to make the clock pretty short. And I did not know how to split things into 4 even pies. So that is my terrible 3-segment clock. Yes. But currently, like I should fill in one spot. It will happen eventually. And just so you know, but I think in Vyncent, I think actually for flavor, since you do have a kind of connection to fortune and probability, maybe you get like just a sense that like while you trust that he's not going to purposely tell anyone, you also just get a feeling that it's gonna get out eventually.
Okay.
But that might be it's probably, but it's just you don't really have a choice at this point. Like that has been set in motion. Even if you were to take it away, that is an ultimate thing that will. So it's kind of just we'll see how much we can go before it starts spreading. Cool.
I would check in with the rest of the crew and be like, okay, got the services up and running, but he's very excited about the project. It's probably going to come out at some point, but also he's mostly just surrounded by robots working all the time, so probably going to be okay for a little while.
Well, what was my voice through this one? I just went really southern there for a second.
It's infectious.
You've been in South Florida you've been to Space Florida for
too long. Everyone just sounds like they're from real Florida. Well, I mean, if that's just the nature of these things and people find out about it, it's not a problem, right?
We're not planning on staying long anyway.
Yeah. Plus, also, Space Florida is within the Concord's domain, right?
Yep.
So, at the very least, hopefully the generally peacekeeping organization will be able to do something with it rather than it going, to the black market and stuff with these designs.
Right. Well, nothing we can do about it now. At least we have somebody building the engine.
Oh, and in other news, going on a date with Elizabeth later to a party, and y'all are welcome too.
Oh, what kind of party?
I'm sure she would have said, but Ryan did not actually mention. At the very least, probably don't bring armor, maybe one weapon. Just knowing the kind of trouble that follows us. I mean, last time we were here, one of the last times I saw Elizabeth, back when we were first here, that was when the fish people attacked.
Right.
We almost died.
We did. I do remember that. Gwen, can you choose just one weapon to bring? That's going to be difficult for you.
Do I have to?
Maybe you could get away with 2 as long as they go together and look nice.
I mean, I think they look nice. I take very good care of them.
Yeah, but I mean, again, Elizabeth isn't really the adventuring type.
Fine.
But she is very excited to meet you all.
Sorry, my audio cut out for a second there. Did somebody say something to me?
Not to you specifically. You were just making a face.
Sorry, my I was trying to adjust something and suddenly I couldn't hear anyone.
She's very excited to meet us.
Good. That sounds fun. I'll clean my good robes.
Are we positive on the no armor?
I mean, again, as long as it doesn't look like maybe get rid of any blood stains that are left on it.
I mean, it's black.
Now, is it the Geralt ab armor? Is that what Gwen has?
It is now.
With the bat nipples.
Yep. No,
Perfect.
it's leather. It's very well taken care of. It's very
Mm-hmm.
sleek. It's all black.
It's not a problem for me. I just have to hit a button and just like hits in on off a couple times. So I
Yes,
don't think anybody.
We know you have very fancy things.
Do you want to tell me what Elizabeth is inviting you out to, or do you want me to come up with it?
Oh. I'm curious what you had in mind, or if you had anything past going to a party with friends.
Yeah, so I have ideas, but I have not. This was not a plan. So I'm also I'm interested. Well, I want to avoid coming up with something that you don't think Vincent would be all that into, unless we want to create some conflict right at the bat. I don't know.
I seem to recall the last time we went on a date, there were carnival games.
Were there?
I seem to recall doing the like ring toss onto the bottle.
Yeah. Didn't
I think I
you?
do remember that.
Yeah, because I think you won like a stuffed something that you gave the pace or something. Is that did I make that up?
That sounds right. I don't know if it was to pace, but
Wait,
I
you
do
won a
recall
stuffed
stuff.
animal on a date with a woman, gave it to another
I
woman, and
probably
she
gave
wants
it
to
to
see you
Elizabeth.
again?
I'm sure. I'm probably misremembering.
I hope so.
Hey, I do have 20 charisma.
Otherwise, this is gonna be
15 in deception.
an ambush.
All I remember is I was 100% sure she was gonna stab you before the end of it, because that was the mindset that I was in for that part of the game.
Oh no, this
okay.
might be a trap.
Let's see. So I'm just looking up double date ideas. But that can be after. It's right now. It's a party. It's a beach party. There are people. It's a night beach party. There's just people having drinks, sitting on blankets and hover chairs, and some people are swimming out in the waves. That's basically all it is. And there's a bonfire. So bonfire, night beach party.
That'll work.
Do you want me to say something else? I can whisk us there if we need to. No? Yes? Okay. All right.
Or
So
just some Roll20 chat byplay happening.
I know.
So I think, arrives, spots Elizabeth in the crowd, and Elizabeth, and for the most part, Vincent is keeping his wings tucked away and not flaunting them too much. But,
okay. Elizabeth sees you and quickly kind of like skips towards you and throws her arms around your neck and gives you a hug. And gives you a solid kiss on your face mouth. And it starts to, takes your hand and quickly starts to lead you through the crowd and to introduce you to her friends. Were Rosh and Gwen right there? Because if so, then maybe she would introduce herself first.
Yeah, would have quickly been just like, these are some of my friends, Roshiel and Gwendolyn.
How forthright have you been with the sort of things that you've gotten up to with her?
Does she know I'm Space Jesus?
That may have come, or at the very least that, talking about being part of that you are involved in that religion. I don't know if it's been like, oh yeah, he is, or they are their prophet.
Oh, you brought your church camp friend to this party?
But
I think for like that, she
by the end of this.
So she kind of and is very excited to meet both of you. She's like, I've been waiting for this for a long time. We've been talking for so long, and I've heard about some of the things you've been up to. It's lovely to meet you. Can I get you something to drink? Is that something you do?
She's asking you.
Oh, me? Yes. Yes, something to drink would be lovely.
All right, and you?
Yes, please.
All right, I'll get drinks for everyone. You come with me. My friends are on the other side of the fire. All right,
them too.
Fantastic. I'm gonna do a lot of voices tonight. JK. You all kind
know
of
all of them and their names and.
You know what's funny? There's
and now this is just a dating sim.
You know what's funny? There's 5 of them, and they're all named Mackenzie.
Oh, I've been to this party.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. And only 2 of the Mackenzies are with a Y.
Yeah, definitely been to this party before.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna look for bonfire. No. Beach. Party. No. Party. Something. Do we have any music
For a beach party?
Beach party. Yeah, they do have beach party. No, that's. No, these are bad. I want to do that because it's obnoxious. Should I
do it for a little bit, then we can change back to this if it's real bad.
Okay.
Do it for the bit.
Oh, it is. All right, doing it for the bit. So, here we go.
Oh no. I like it.
I kind of like it too. I'm going to bring the volume down a lot. Why not? Is that too down or is it fine?
It's fine.
It's probably fine.
Fine.
Cool. Yeah, so you meet the 5 Mackenzies and quickly find some drinks in your hands. And you all are just kind of getting to know each other and talk. I'm trying to think of how, we can play out a scene, but also I think maybe breaking off into pairs, or if you just want to like talk through what's going through your heads while this is happening.
So I know at the very least Lisbeth knows that, we get up to adventuring and like have, probably says Gwendolyn's a monster hunter, and because I forget how well known your order is.
Pretty well known. I mean, I don't know if the Mackenzies would know, but
there's one Mackenzie that's real excited to meet you and asks you 50 questions, and a lot of it is so imagine someone who watches a lot of Supernatural, like asking you the kinds of things that you've had to do to when you're engaging with monsters, ask it it's like, so this, I guess it was like this kind, like a poltergeist sort of situation with salt, and I haven't seen a Supernatural to riff off this, but they're asking you a bunch of questions like, is that really what it's like? And
that is like half the episodes of Supernatural.
Yeah. So and Mackenzie is butting in between the 2 of you a lot, just really excited about it.
Gwen is so polite and answers all of her questions.
Vincent, you have one of the Mackenzies is kind of being a jerk to you. They don't trust you. You are gone all the time out in space, and they yeah, they just don't trust you. You're only here. You've only been here for a few days in the last few months, and thinks that Elizabeth is too hung up on you and needs to run. But so she's asking a lot of probing questions, but kind of trying to like catch you in lies, or just being kind of like passive aggressive and kind of a dick to you.
I mean, I would bring up, I recently discovered some long lost family, and so have been getting in touch with them, and that's been taking up some of my time.
She's that friend who thought you were a catfish until you actually showed up.
and now is not totally sure about your intentions and asks you questions like that and says like, so what's the deal? What are your, like, what's your plan? Asking those kinds of questions. So I'm gonna ask that you roll me a charisma check. We'll do competing charisma checks.
Okay.
And this Mackenzie is pretty strong-willed, so I'm gonna give her a +3.
Okay.
She rolls a 19.
Well,
you can bend luck, right? Or can you only do that?
No, I can bend luck. I could also Tides of Chaos and really liven up the party.
You know which one I want to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with Tides of Chaos because I can bend luck on top of it.
Okay, cool.
Because I assume this is just straight charisma, not persuasion or something.
It's a straight charisma check.
Yeah, would not beat a 19 currently. That one I will. So that's a 21, and Tides of Chaos is now in play.
All right. So I think with the force of your personality, you're able to soften her up a little bit. She's kind of backs down a little bit. She's still suspicious of you, still is very protective of her friend, but she's lays off a little bit and seems to be enjoying her drink. Speaking of, is anyone hitting the sauce a little too much out of nerves, or is everyone really comfortable with the situation?
Rosh has one drink to be polite, but doesn't drink a lot of alcohol.
Okay.
I think Gwen drinks, but based on how her blood works, it takes a lot.
Yeah. She's
So
basically got poison blood, so it's like,
yeah.
who can even tell the difference anymore?
Enough to not be frowning the entire time.
Okay. Gosh, how much of that is it for her though?
Like a fifth of whiskey. No.
All right, cool. Vincent, you same, just kind of chilling.
Yeah, I mean, probably keeping pace with Lisbeth.
Okay. Okay, she's well, we'll roll because she's a little nervous to be seeing you again. It's she hasn't seen you in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a wisdom saving throw for her. We'll just do a d20 plus 2. I'm gonna set the DC at 13, and okay, she rolls an 18, so she doesn't go too hard. So this is a fine night. You're all adults. It works out great. This music.
I really like it.
Again, it's one of the situations where I'm like, this is terrible when I start it, but it really grows on me for the mood. Excellent. So y'all are hanging out at the party, and I'm not really sure what kind of scene to bring this in. Does anyone have an idea of what they'd like to do?
I mean, at some point, I think Gwen just leans over and is like, so they're all named Mackenzie. Are they related?
Who are you speaking to?
I don't know. Whoever's there.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Lisbeth, because Vincent wouldn't know.
Saying, yeah, it's just a really popular name here, so,
Fair enough.
but you can call Mackenzie B, Kinsey, Mac, and Mackie.
Right.
Not sure if that made it more or less complicated.
Don't ask me to repeat it because I don't remember.
At some point, Vincent would probably break out control flames to do cool tricks with the bonfire, mostly changing colors and stuff.
Cool. So as you're doing that, can you do me a wild magic search?
Yep.
If it's a fireball and all the Mackenzies go up in smoke.
Everyone dies.
All right, let me pull up the surge table.
Although you can change now, right? You can roll twice and pick your favorite. Okay.
So I got 35 and 43. So 35 is roll a d10. Your age changes by a number of years equal to the roll. If the roll is odd, you get younger, and if the roll is even, you get older.
That's cool.
We'll see what 43 is. Okay, for the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns. So probably going to do that and start doing even more
party tricks. Party tricks.
How old is Vincent? Because that could get real awkward real quick.
Yeah, he's like
dating this 15-year-old.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Vincent's 17.
Yeah, that could happen. That's funny. Okay, so yeah, you now have the ability to teleport around like a maniac, and so you kind of like over here and like kind of dancing with Mackenzie, then Mackenzie B, then Kenzie, Mac, and Mackie is the fifth one. Very close. And you're winning over the friends, even Mackenzie B, who was the one that was pretty cold to you.
That's why she's mad. She's been relegated to Mackenzie B.
Yeah,
they call her Mickey B's. She does not like that one at all, though. So excellent. So you're all enjoying your beach party, and out of the waves. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I think just at this part, I think as the party continues, some people are like go for a swim in the ocean. And yeah, as adults do on occasion.
Rosh goes nowhere near the water.
Are you still wearing the Kraken cloak?
Probably not to this.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So
That was
Rosh
a weird
goes
conversation piece. The tentacle.
Yeah,
sword,
it's just like
black cloak.
Elizabeth starts tugging on your hand, Vincent, to go into the water.
I would go.
All right. So do you teleport over there and bring her with you, or just splash?
I would probably, actually, am I strong enough to princess carry her with a strength of 7?
I love the idea of you like trying to like fly, like but it's like, like you're barely getting off the ground. That would be
It's actually probably able to time it out enough that like normally I would be hitting the ground carrying her, but I'd time it so that we end up going into the water just as I hit ground level.
Perfect. Deception check.
All right.
Which you're good at.
Yep. So that's a 19 plus my 15 is 34.
Yep. She eats it up. She is thrilled. She feels very safe in your noodle arms as you crash into the waves together. Cool. Trying to think if there's anything else we can do here. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. Well, everyone's just having fun. You have a fun night. Everyone has a fun night together, and everyone gets to know each other. So we'll go back to music. Still can't get over that music. So yeah, I think a few days pass. You get a status update on the engines and the golem. I'll do a couple ticks here and a couple ticks here. So this is fair at Doot. And it is the day of Uriel's arrival. She has given you a list of or a set of coordinates on where to meet her. I think the music's changed. I love this music, but we're going to change the music tool.
It's so calming.
Mm-hmm. To Outpost 31. That's the name of this track. She gives you a list of coordinates that is actually, as you kind of check it on the map, it's actually out to sea a ways. She says to meet her on her yacht that she has apparently rented or purchased since arriving on Numora. You can I think what she'll do is go ahead and she gets a skiff, basically a speedboat that for Trent that you all can use to get out to her, or if you want to fly or do some magic hui, you can do that as well. But you can just take the mundane, like it's kind of a hovercraft that goes a little bit over the waves, and you can ship on out.
I can make us a blazing chariot, but that's all I've got.
That would be a real power play.
It would.
Or showing off, I suppose. You're excited to see her again.
No, it's just if we wanted our own means of transportation out there, you know, so we can leave whenever we want. What?
Nothing.
Why would I be showing off?
No reason.
Did I miss something?
I mean, one of the last things you said to her was you liked her hair.
I did. She has nice hair.
So,
I think just
chariot
just
or skiff?
The shoulder pad is like, oh, buddy.
Buddy.
We should take the skiff, maybe, because how long does the chariot last?
I think it's an hour.
That would be enough.
An hour.
Yeah.
To get there anyway.
But also might be a bit conspicuous for going out to meet a pirate queen.
I mean, it is only a mithril chariot.
We know.
Pulled by flaming. I'm
We
just
know.
like reading the description of 2 horses made of fire and light pull the chariot. Yeah, no, we should probably just take the skiff. Chariot as a escape plan.
I'm bringing more than one sword.
Yeah, for this, full armament.
Cool.
I'm gonna just so I say it out loud, I'm dropping the cloak of protection in favor of the Kraken cloak since we're gonna be on a water vehicle.
Okay.
So I don't drown.
It's good call. Good call. It takes some time to sail out over the Nemoran waters, but eventually on the horizon you do see the image of this large, sleek boat that seems to be some certainly luxury with kind of curving lines that are maybe a little bit more farm over function at some places, but it is cruising delicately over the waves, and as you approach and get closer, you see a figure on top. Doesn't take you're very far away, but you see the familiar large, not quite yet, blue shape of a frost giant standing on the deck. One of the members of the Song who work with Uriel. But then, as you get closer, you see a second shape. This is the one we're thinking we're about to see. The smaller shape emerges from behind the frost giant, wearing a flowing white dress that is catching the wind, with several hissing snakes atop her head. And she looks out towards you all and then turns and goes inside the yacht as you approach, awaiting your arrival. For now, we're going to take a break and we will hop back and pick up where we left off this time on Wildspace. So thank you all. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody, for part 2 of part whatever we're on of Wildspace. We're going to be continuing this saga as the gang 6, part 2 of part 6, as the gang makes their way to the luxury yacht of known space pirate queen Uriel. You all you line up your skiff towards the back of the yacht, where a looming frost giant greets you, and by greeting I mean just looms over you and glares. Y'all make your way off the ship, or off the skiff, up the yacht, up the stairway towards where you saw Uriel entering. And you make your way up the side of the ship and into this all glass all around, showing the entire horizon in every direction. Inside is decadent and palatial, in a way that's far more comfortable than the last time you saw her. Living in a fortress, or in a palace of ice, I guess. But this one seems just a lot more comfortable, just humanoids. So she is lounging on a couch with a flute of something that is fizzing, and gestures for you all to sit down. Assuming that you all have no qualms with that, you take seats around her. Well, I'll play a little bit, obviously. So you all have been a bit busy, I've heard. Darting around the galaxy. Reminds me of earlier in my career. I'm envious. But now I find myself in a similar situation. I don't know if you've heard, but the anchorage is not safe anymore. Whatever happened that you've all has spread. So, while my situation there was quite comfortable, and I'm not exactly excited to be in so deep inside Concord space, I must admit that the accommodations are pleasant. But we're here for business. You have a ship for me, yes?
Do personal ship of a former upper management at Ocelot.
Wonderful. I'm very excited to begin things once again. My empire has somewhat contracted as of late, but I'm seeking to expand that. It'll be fun to grow the business from the ground up once more. Which is why I'm here, incidentally. There is a crime lord who lives here. I've wrote down the name somewhere, but it doesn't matter. The name is somewhere. Do you remember Vincent? You can come up with the name. I'm just because I don't want to go through my notes to find it. Oh, I got one. Cesare. He operates in the sector here, and there's a few spice and drug and contraband sort of enterprises, and I've set up a meeting with him in about a week from now, where I'm setting myself up as that I'd like to be part of the business. I know he's not going to trust that. He's going to think I'm going to be doing a coup, which I am. And I think that what he does not expect, that I'm going to have as much help when I arrive. If you all are willing.
So
there is money in this for you, of course.
How much?
To be able to uproot Cesare with what I have at my disposal now, as you can see, I do have a member or two of the song remaining, but I'm not quite at the strength that I had at one time. So I do have an abundance of gold still. So I'm willing to give you 50,000.
I guess just a couple clarifying questions. One, the anchorage was in the same sector as Youthfall, right? So it's completely gone. It's lost, right? Because of the arc getting cut off?
Yes.
Okay. And then secondly, what sorts of things do we know Uriel gets up to? Just weighing the morals of taking out, a drug runner versus whatever else she's gonna take over? Or if she's more of the same, but just the devil we know?
She do good crime.
She does the goodest crime. I mean, I think she's a pirate, so she thieves. She was a pirate in her back in the day, and has been a pirate queen, administrating this for a long time. She's been uprooted from there, but now she's gonna become a pirate again, and but she needs to really. So I'll say that you can either I think you sense this throughout the conversation that this is sort of about carving out a space for herself in the Concord territory. That's part of it but a lot of it is just like sending a signal to all the other crime lords within the Concord that she may appear weak, but she isn't, and that she just like took out this person. So this is also just a power play, just for for the optics of it. To answer your question, like for the moral part, You know how I do things. This is all fun.
Yeah.
This is all fun. This is like Jack Sparrow level stuff, like yeah, she steals and kills some, but like,
Mm-hmm.
it's all fun.
So do we.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not going to get into the dark like human trafficking, and she's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There's no human trafficking.
she's not
Elf,
Ocelot.
dwarf, or no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, yeah. There's no trafficking, and not in this world. So, she lays out this plan of where her and her single frost giant attaché are going to go down into the depths of this ocean, where this facility is. There's, I think, back when I explored or told you about Nemora, there's the floating cities on top, but there's so much underneath the water, where everything on top is like mainly for tourists, and everything down below is like the civilization that had grown there, all aquatic species, that sort of thing. So there's an underwater facility. Expect very little oxygen. There are some like receiving rooms with oxygen as they do business with people with the overworld, but for the most part, it's just going to be water down there. But anyway, sorry. Her plan is she's going to take a submersible down, kind of go through the front door. She's going to set you all up with a secondary, smaller submersible that you're going to sneak around into a different part of the facility and try to no, that's too complicated. You're gonna just hide underneath the floorboards in the submersible. There's no reason why there's a second one. That's silly. That's a silly plan. So Han Solo style smuggling, you're gonna be underneath the floorboards of the submersible as you go in. The idea that they're expecting her and a frost giant, but they're not expecting the three of you to also be there. Catch them off guard, and because you all are powerhouses. Wild powerhouses at this point. So that's the situation. Cool. Questions?
Sounds good.
To her or myself?
So we need to have some way of. Does everyone need some way to breathe underwater?
Yeah. She can give you like scuba gear and stuff like that. She can set you up with that. But if you want something that offers more mobility or something like that, something magical or something like that can't possibly get ripped or pulled away, and you have some magical means, then you might want to search that out.
There are probably touristy places on the surface that sell potions of water breathing for people who want to go swimming around, but
Yeah,
they
like
might be tourist
gillyweed.
prices.
Yep. For sure. Gillyweed's a thing, right? I did read the books at one point.
Yes, that was
Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay,
fourth
cool.
book.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. I tuned to the cloak, so I can breathe underwater, and I've got a swim speed. So,
okay,
I'm good there. But yeah, I guess we need something for
also.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you, Gwendolyn and Vincent, if you all want to think, now you have an extra 50 grand. Actually, you have she pays you the rest of it. She already gave you
41,000.
She gives you another 41, and she can give you 25 down this time as well. So, and then you can get another 25 on completion of the job. Add, what is that? 66 K to your bank, or yeah.
So is she offering to provide like rebreathers and stuff?
Yeah, she's She can do it on her dime. You don't need to like. So if you just want to like be able to breathe underwater with equipment that, I have no plans to do it, but can be destroyed, can be pulled out of your mouth, that sort of thing. You run that risk, but it's also at no cost to yourselves to do that. Or like you can probably I think what you said, there's we can also say that there's like clerics, like Tempest clerics that can like cast water breathing on you or something like that for a price to their god. I'm sure there's things that you can work out if you're willing to pay for it.
Yeah, might want, at least Vincent may want to find some water breathing thing, because even though I have subtle spell as one of my meta magic options, that's still a sorcery point per spell to do it without needing vocal components.
Yeah,
I can also, assuming we're not doing all of this like that night, and I can have one night. Okay, if I've got time, I can have freedom of movement prepared, so I can take away all underwater disadvantages.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So
cool.
Which again, I assume since I have an underwater swim speed, I assume I don't need to worry about that for I'm not making melee attacks or anything.
Cool. You could also give someone else the cloak if you wanted to, but yeah.
Yeah, well that's that's the question. So the cloak gives me a 60-foot swim speed and the ability to breathe underwater.
I think Rosh should keep it just because like Rosh is so scared of water.
Yeah, it's a safety blanket when it comes to water.
Tentacly safety blanket. So how much does it cost for a 3rd level spell scroll or whatever? So it's uncommon. So I guess that is the 1 to 500 price.
Okay.
All right. Or 100 to 500 price.
Yep.
Not
So
1 to 500.
roll a d4.
Yes.
Got a 2.
Cool. So 2 d100s, and add that a 100 to that.
Okay, I only got 36 on the 2d100s. One of them was a 6.
Quite lucky. So 136 gold to get a scroll water breathing.
Which I'll just take out of my personal gold rather than subtracting from the 66k.
Which grants up to 10 willing creatures. So that covers everybody. Like you can leave the cloak at home, honestly, Rosh, if you want to. If you didn't want the swim speed.
Yeah,
swim speed's probably really useful, but does freedom of movement like kind of
freedom of movement underwater being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks.
Okay, so you can have normal speed underwater. That's pretty great. And you can have a cloak of protection. Oh, you don't have one, or do you?
I do have a cloak of protection. Yeah, okay. I could do that instead of the.
I bought you one.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I couldn't remember everything.
So I'll if I'm gonna have the underwater breathing from the spell, then I will switch to the cloak of protection for purposes of this.
Also, if you pay how much have you? If you go ahead and put another 40 down on that golem, you can have that with you for the fight. For the half version, the beta version.
The early access.
Because so you've had 30 grand that you put to the engine, and you put. I was saying that I was thinking that you put 10 grand to start the golem, which would have left you with 1 grand left.
Yeah.
And now you have the other bit to it. So if you want to have a half, you can't quite get the whole thing, but yeah, you can get the half. You can afford the half version right off the bat if you want to do that. I think it'd be pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, might as well give
The
it
half
take it for a
version's
test
pretty
run.
freaking great. So
Yeah.
I will make that visible for you all.
Is this something where somebody has to have like an attunement to the golem to be able to use it, or is it just like a command word situation?
So
or...
I will go ahead and we can we can here in players journals can be edited and controlled by all players. Here we go. All right, so I'll show you this. So you invested 50K. I wrote down everything that will increase if you put on another 50K, but you can look over his stat sheet to see where he's at right now. Basically, his HP is half of what it would normally be. Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is a resistance for him now, but once he's upgraded, it'll be an immunity. And then his attacks have lost a couple dice on them, but like not much. And also his strength is 22 instead of 24. But that's mainly it. The biggest change is and his AC is 18 right now, and it will be 20 when that's upgraded. So he's still very, very good. The main biggest hit that he takes from this half version is 105 health instead of 210.
I can heal him with fire, which makes me so happy.
Yeah. So I just realized, I wonder if you put the Kraken cloak on the golem, if that will
like give it a swim speed.
Yeah, I don't know. That's up to you. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's pretty funny. So
constructs attuned to items.
That's I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
That seems like it would get crazy really quickly. For attuning items.
That's totally fair.
Or I could say you could tune one item to it, maybe not the full 3.
I'll give him the cloak, give him a 60-foot.
We'll just do the cloak.
Underwater.
A terrifying tentacly iron golem.
Tentacle kraken.
I love him.
Golem.
So
I love Ned.
So as for this scene, Ned coming online as Rorik mechanic. This is real cool stuff right here. I really appreciate the opportunity that you've given me to work on this. But we got them working, got them ready to go. There's a lot more I could do with the time and the money. But right now, way better than most people. I'll tell you that. Way better than most people. Why don't you say hello, Ned? And G Master told me to do this voice, so here we're gonna do it. Ned goes, well, good morning. Welcome to my show. I guess. Well, it's a lovely morning to meet everyone. As we get ready to move out and do whatever it is that you wish for me to do, it is nothing but a pleasure for me to follow up on whatever you command.
It's very optimistic. I like that.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine.
Perfect.
Right, well, round of introductions. I'm Vincent, or Vin.
Nice to meet you, Master.
And them too as well.
Nice to meet you, Master. Nice to meet you, Master.
Rosh is fine.
The finest.
Gwendolyn.
Whatever you wish, Gwendolyn.
All right. I like him.
How do you feel about smashing in some drug lords, some crime lords?
Fantastic. I'm real good at violence.
I also
So
like
are
him.
we.
Whatever you desire. I'm just happy to squish. Does that have another meaning?
I don't think so, but the way you said it.
The way you said it gave it meaning. I'm pretty sure it has a meaning.
Okay, it does. I'll Google that later on my own time. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you have Chrome Ned, the golem that you all control. You can do it however you want. You can take turns, or you can get like one person controls it for a session, or I don't know, however you want to do it. I'm not going to control Ned. Ned follows your commands. He does not. His voice, it sounds like his personality, but it's not. He's like Alexa or Siri. It's just an interface. He does not have a personality. It's not real. He's just reflecting whatever you throw at it.
Yeah.
Does he have a soul?
No, he does not.
Okay, can we find a druid to do awaken on
Can we
Ned?
give him a soul?
Yes. Yes. You can.
Do you this now?
I don't think we want to do that.
No, do we really want Ned to have to think about like the ethics and consequences of his actions? That seems cruel. That seems cruel to me.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world. Here's all the people you murdered.
Please don't. Just let him live.
Or not live in this case.
Just give him just the burden of consciousness.
Let him be soulless.
Yeah. So excellent. You now have I can bring his icon up now so you all can see it. To what layer? What layer? Token layer. There you go.
Big boy.
Big boy. Can you control that token? I don't know if I had the token.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go. Cool.
Now I do like how
As we-
currently we are all beefier than this big giant robot we
Yeah.
just got.
Yeah.
gonna say-
So I think we're describing it like there's some circuitry and servers that are exposed. Not all like the materials used to put them together require a lot of rare metals, and there weren't enough to go around quite so much. Yeah. So, the mission begins, shall we say. I'm going to go ahead and this is what I was talking about. Things are probably too complicated. You have with you Uriel and the Frost Giant. The submersible or submarine, I guess it's big enough at this point, goes to the depths deeper and deeper. You see these massive spires of coral towers, lights in the depths as ships go to and fro. You see merfolk, which it's just a big blanket term for aquatic creatures, I guess, kind of with a sort of humanoid going back and forth, making their way in it seems like a bustling city, schools of fish, massive whales. You see squids and jellyfish clouds, all filling up the waters around you as you go deeper and deeper into the depths. It goes down a ravine in the underwater, kind of like a trench that seems to be a little bit of ways from most of the activity, until you see a large dome at the bottom of the ocean, at least this part. The lights around it are dim, but visible. And the submarine pulls towards it and settles into the dock with a loud clank. The four of you hide in the floorboards. Are as you hear the footsteps of the frost giant and Uriel kind of shuffle overhead and out of the submersible, and water rushes into the submarine as the hatches come open and begins to drip down into the containers where you are, as the water from the outside slowly fills is that freaky, Rosh?
I think Rosh is a little panicked. Yeah.
Okay. Nevertheless, the water rises and comes above your heads. But the spell that had been cast earlier, it lasts for 24 hours. With kind of awkwardly, you maybe breathe in the water and it feels strange as it passes into your lungs, but you are able to breathe. It's a little uncomfortable, as magic sometimes is, but you feel that you can breathe, and you can also speak with one another underneath the water. You look at your watches to see kind of the time to coordinate this attack. And you know that at this time, Uriel must be beginning to engage with Cesare. What do you do?
I go boom, 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 freedom of movement. 3 of us. That's all my 4th level spell slots. And then I'm gonna do a 5th level aid on the 3 of us as well.
Damn. Okay.
Which will do, I think that's the 20 again. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 20 in addition to your max hit points.
All right. That's amazing.
And all of those spells are in action, so 4 rounds of combat.
Yeah. All right.
See, ahead of time, I would have put a 4th level banishment into my Glove of Spells storing, along with we'll say a Chaos Bolt. And also I would have done Mage Armor before this all started.
Nice. Okay. What about you, Gwen?
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself. So I get some temporary hit points, and if something hits me, they take cold damage, so a little bit of frost armor.
Nice. All right. Well. So, let's see. Actually, let's do another fortune roll. Let's do a D100 from one of you, because well, no. I'm gonna say that Rush, you cast these things a little bit before the timer's going off for like a first thing. I was about to be very mean. There's no reason to be mean about that. So yes, everything's fine. Are you ready to shove off and launch yourself into it?
I think so.
All right. So as you push away the floorboards and swim out into the dark, murky waters that, even though you're magically protected, they still somewhat sting your eyes as you go through. It's pretty dark in the spaceship, but you see some lights on the outside. You see the massive shape of Golga, the frost giant, in a massive wetsuit and scuba tank. Actually, no. I like the idea of it being in a big, what is it? Big brother, big boy. What are they in?
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah. Like in Big Daddy
In
armor.
Bioshock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean's face.
I was like, what are we talking about? Because there's big boy, big brother,
Big daddies and little sisters.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
That's terrifying, actually.
So a frost giant in Big Daddy armor, and then Uriel in like a more of a kind of armored wetsuit. In front of them, you see this little person, and then distressingly, you also see several other shapes and creatures of some merfolk sort of humanoid features, like arms carrying spear guns with tentacles like coming off their face, like beards. Then behind them, oh wait, sorry, one of those wasn't supposed to come up. That's okay. This one
is the big one. Is
the
it the big
one?
scary one?
The big one's a maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It depends on what happens. That's a
it's a surprise.
That's a surprise, maybe. We'll see what happens.
As a dark shape swims by in the distance.
I know. There is a dark shape that is outside hovering that seems to be some sort of guardian for this place. But right now, what you see before you, two larger, kind of, if you were to mix a whale with a squid, is what they look like. That's a kind of swirl and the depths with these large circular mouths, this serrated teeth. And just as you all kind of appear behind, you see the face of Cesare kind of like go wide as it sees what's happening and cries out in a language that is, I believe, unknown to you all. Does anyone speak deep speech?
Yes.
Oh. Well,
yes, I do.
Okay. Well, you hear him say like, "Get him!"
Good. I'm glad I know deep speech for that. I love that I'm as a DM too. I'm gonna pick a language that no one has, so I don't have to say whatever it is.
Fuck.
Get him, guys!
Now I have to think of something to say.
Yep. Sorry for that. I should have just not known it.
No, I stand by my choices. Cool. So let's all roll for initiative, if we will.
Are we gonna use the tracker or nah?
Nah.
Okay. That's a 16 for me.
That's a 16 for me.
You probably have more decks though.
I think I have a +3.
Yeah, I've only got +1.
Okay.
Oh my god. 17.
If we were naming these episodes, it would be, and Rosh goes first.
He goeth before.
He goeth
before.
And then I'll go ahead and roll initiative for Ned until we figure out what we're doing with him.
All right.
That seems good.
Rolled a 16, so that's a 15 for him.
You're the most likely to remember he's there. So.
Should I just run him for this encounter?
We can. I guess we can talk
That's
about
fine
it
with
once it's
me.
his turn. Unless, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. If
Yeah.
you want to just
Yeah.
like take point
We
on
can
that.
all
Unless you
Jaeger
summon,
him.
unless you summon a bunch of things, I think you're fine. Or if
Yeah.
we get into a comp where you summon 10 things, then one of us will take over.
Yeah, we're chill. You can take point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to really get rid of all summons as much as possible in this game, but you never can. But then then there's a Iron Golem. What are you gonna do? So okay. So sorry, I heard 16 for Gwen and Vincent, right?
Yep. She's going first.
You're going first, and
Yeah.
then Rosh, you're 17.
Mm-hmm.
And
All
Ned
right.
is 15, so we're all together.
Hey,
Guys,
like a team. Look at us
All right,
working
so,
together.
Excellent. So before anything happens, whew, okay. The waters around you begin to surge and begin to swirl around you, kind of sucking at you. I need everyone to roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh boy, I'm so good at these.
we're all rolling it.
Yes, everybody. Oh shit, I forgot about. See, this is what I was.
I did
Ugh.
bad.
Did you do worse than my 12?
I rolled a natural 1, so 11.
Ooh.
I rolled a 14.
My saving throws are very good.
I rolled a 16, so 15.
Wait, sorry. Say the numbers again.
So actual 12 for me.
Okay, bad.
Yeah. Ned gets a dirty 20.
Oh, good job,
Nice.
Ned. I rolled an 11. That's a natural 1. So
Oh wow.
And I rolled a 15.
Okay, so Vincent and Gwendolyn are sucked down and are prone, and are yeah. So they're prone. Although I think you all get to move first, so that doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, actually, but you're both prone at the moment. Rosh, it's your turn.
Okay. Oh boy, I get to go first. What do? No, I'm going to use my action to cast Beacon of Hope, which should bestow bacon onto everyone. Choose any number of creatures within 30 feet. And for the duration of the spell, for the next minute, they'll be able to maximum hit points and advantage on wisdom saves. So I'll choose the three of us. Ned, I assume I can do that to him. I don't know if he'll actually benefit from any of that. And then I guess I'll choose Uriel and the giant.
Nice.
Okay, hold up. I just noticed Ned has a charisma of 1.
oh,
Oh
Ned.
boy.
Which, the way it's written, is a plus -5.
That's funny.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it for my turn.
All right, so advantage on wisdom and death saving throws and regains the. Okay, wow, that's awesome. All right, so I'll put a marker on the giant and for Uriel, and you can help me remember. All right,
Not
cool.
currently see the giant. I can see Uriel, but not the giant's
Yeah,
token.
giant's not
There's
on the
one.
board.
Oh, interesting. All right, just a second. Won't let me edit it. Let me refresh.
I don't think it's on the right layer.
Maybe. It shows it as being on the token layer, but it might not be. Yep, but it's not actually.
Okay.
That's weird.
Okay.
All right. Let me wait till it loads because it's slow. All right, but it's Gwen's turn.
Great. I want to fight whatever's closest.
All right, the closest is probably. Oh my gosh, why is Roll20 being so slow for me? Because I have everything out. Is it because there's so many things out? Is that what it is? Gosh, it's being okay. Oh, you loaning for me? Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. So that would be Cesare in the center.
Okay, yeah. Then I will go that away. Do I want to? I will bonus action do my, it's not coming up, use my Crimson Right. I'm gonna do Rite of the Oracle, which is psychic damage, just to be safe.
Nice.
So it is roll of a die. I lose some hit points, so I lose 4 hit points. 4 to do psychic damage, and then I'm going to do 2 attacks with the Phantom Blade.
Nice.
Guess I should roll my actual attack, which is 25 on the first one.
Yep.
And 30 on the second one.
Yep.
So it's 1 slashing, 2 slashing. Okay, so math. That is 39 slashing damage.
Uh-huh.
And 10 psychic damage.
Ouch.
To that friend.
Ouch, 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 ouch. So you swim out beside Uriel. You slash out with your blade, and it as the kind of this dark yellow blood kind of, it just kind of poofs, I guess, like smoke almost in the water as it clouds around everything. Well done. That's going to bring us to Vyncent.
How many of the bad guys could I get in a 60-foot cone? Trying to avoid hitting any of my allies.
With swim speeds, what they are at the moment, you could probably maybe get the right flank of those 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I can take these fools out right now. So gonna cast Prismatic Spray.
Okay.
My big old 7th level spell. So that looks like I'm hitting 4 people at least.
Mm-hmm. What's the save on that again?
So it's gonna be different saves depending on which ray they get hit with.
Oh, fun mechanic for mobs.
Yep. Okay, so I got, this should be fun. So I got a 6, 2 7s, and an 8. So let me click it in the thing. Not that that's gonna be super helpful. So the 6, on a failed save, okay, so each target makes a dex save first. And then they might make another save.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
And my DC is 18.
Okay. Well, the little ones don't. They don't. And the big one doesn't either.
Okay, so we'll just kind of go. Yeah, we'll just say starting with the little guys, ending on the big guy. So first guy, 6 on a failed save. The target is restrained, and then it needs to make, at the end of each of its turns, it will make a con save to try and break free.
Okay.
If it fails its save 3 times, it permanently turns to stone and is subjected to petrified. And the
Gotcha.
successes and failures don't need to be consecutive. So keep track of both until the target collects 3 of a kind. So
Fun
it also
mechanic
needs
for
to save
mobs.
3 times. Yep. The 2 7s on failed saves, they are blinded. Then they'll make wisdom saves to try and beat the blindness.
Okay, you'll have to remind me what the saves are when we get there.
Yeah, I'll keep these off to the side. So blindness, successful save ends blindness, but if it fails that save, it's transported to another plane of the existence of the DM's choosing and is no longer blinded.
Okay.
And then the big boy is getting hit with 2 more beams because it got hit with 8. So I roll twice more and gets hit with 2 of them.
Very nice.
And I got another 8, so I roll that again, and it just keeps getting hit.
Okay.
Okay, no more 8s, but I now have a 4, a 5, and a 6 on this one. So 4, it's going to take 10d6 points of poison damage, 5, 10d6 points of cold damage, and then 6 is the one where it's restrained and possibly petrified.
Okay.
7th level spells. So 10d6 poison plus 10d6 cold. So it takes 67 points of damage combined.
Uh-huh.
And then it's also restrained from the petrifying ray
Okay.
if it's still alive.
It is still alive, but ouch.
Yep. So that whole side is probably more or less out of commission.
Ouch. Okay. Fascinating.
Yeah. And I think that's gonna be my turn.
Can you do a d20 for check for a
Yes.
surge, maybe?
Yeah. That's an 11.
Okay. All right. Big turn. Gwen. That was Gwen. Vin. Okay, we're gonna bring in this boy then. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Oh gosh. I think I'm just gonna send Ned running in to smack the smaller one that is restrained.
Okay.
So yeah, just 2 melee attacks. I'm trying to see if it doesn't necessarily specify slam versus blade.
What do you mean? What
So
doesn't?
it
The
says
sheet doesn't?
multi-attack makes 2 melee attacks, but it has slam and blade.
Yeah, they're just different damage types, but
Okay, and
but you
blade
can
has reach of 10 feet.
Yeah.
Which is good to know. So yeah, it's just gonna come in and try and chop this guy up into sushi.
All right, roll with advantage for the restrained.
Okay, so 17
17 hits
for 26 slashing.
Ow.
That was 2 10s on the D10.
Okay.
And if he's still
Still up.
alive, 19.
19
For
is also a hit.
18 more slashing.
Ooh, Ned is over this as this prismatic beam hits into it. It seems to kind of like slow down as some sort of petrification seems to creep out over its scales. Ned comb on the sea floor, or actually it's like a kind of a metallic flooring in the sea, kind of pushes through the waters right beside you, Gwen. And Gwen, as you go by, like the kind of cloud of blood around you begins to kind of get like sucked towards him in his wake almost, and you as well kind of slide across the floor as Ned kind of pushes past, as chopping into this thing twice. And he's like, and you hear like, "I sure do like violence," as he slices this thing apart in a very terrifying fashion, which is going to bring us to Cesare, who is very freaked out. He is going to disengage, scoot back just a little bit from that death circle. He's gonna tuck back here, and he's already freaked out, even though he's going to begin chanting something. What could it be?
I'm gonna go ahead and counterspell that,
Okay.
assuming it's magic.
It is not magic.
Okay. So then I don't think I can counterspell it.
Yeah. So you keep that spell slot. Yeah, it's just going to begin to that's it. Just it's not going to do anything besides that. Which is going to bring us to these things. One of them is going to so I need one of you to roll this. Can you roll a wisdom saving throw for the frost giant with a flat roll?
I'll do it.
As one of the aboleths reaches out with their dark eternal from the beginning of time mind and attempts to enslave the giant.
16.
Oof. I forgot the name of the giant, but they hold true and stay. Oh, do they get advantage too on wisdom saving throws because you're a thing?
They do get advantage on
Ooh.
wisdom
That's
saving throws.
really important, y'all. Remember that. That's going to be really important in this fight.
The second one was worse.
Yeah, so that aboleth is unsuccessful. The other one is going to attempt to break free from the entangle. What's the from the restraining
petrify?
thing? Yeah, petrify.
Let's see. That was the 6. They need to make a con save,
Con save. Oh, it's got okay con.
and they have. Go ahead.
Oh, is it rolled a 16?
So that's 1 failure. If
Okay.
they make 3 failures, they're petrified. If they get 3 successes, they're no longer restrained.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm just gonna put a dot up there for yeah. Okay, cool. Those two. Now the marrows are gonna reach out. They're gonna try to shoot at Gwen. These 3 on the left. 1, 2, 3. We got a 16, a 20, and a 15.
The 20 hits.
I will. No, I'll save a Ben luck for later. I'm gonna let you get hit this time.
That's fine.
Okay. Can you roll me a strength check?
Certainly. 19?
You beat it this time. As a spear slams into you, and you notice that there is a almost invisible filament attached to the end of it, and to the marrow, who is trying to tug you towards it. But right now you're managing to hold your ground with your strength as friend helps you also, and in this moment. So that is those 3. The other 2.
Well, it takes damage because it hit me.
Oh, it does. Is that even from range?
I don't actually know. Let me read.
While you're reading, what are the
Nope,
saves?
melee.
Okay, what are the saves for the ones that are blinded?
Are wisdom saves.
Okay, wisdom saves. We got 1, 2. Nope, those both fail, so they stay blinded.
So they get sent to another plane of your choosing, and are no longer blinded. Typically, a creature that is on a plane that isn't its home plane is banished home, while other creatures are usually cast into the astral or ethereal planes.
Okay.
And I think they're just gone. They don't come back from that.
Wow.
I don't see anything about making a follow-up save.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they're just gone.
Okay, I'm not so worried about this fight anymore. It's gone pretty good. All right. So excellent. That's going to bring us to Uriel, who I'm regretting this. She's just going to blast out at the one that had shot a harpoon at you, Gwendolyn. She gets 2 hits and does 24 points of radiant damage as these lasers kind of hiss through the water, boiling around it. And then the giant's going to move forward and going to probably finish the job. Womp womp. Yep, that's 22 and 19. 22 finishes off the one on the right. And the 19 damage is going to go into the one in the middle. Okay. All right, so that's them. That brings us back to Rosh at the top.
Is anyone taking damage that I need to heal?
No.
Y'all look fine.
Nope.
Cool. Then I guess I'm gonna blast things. I'm gonna cast a guiding bolt at. Can I get to the chanting to the boss man?
Yeah, you can shoot for him.
Okay, because he's chanting right now.
He is.
I don't like chanting.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Guiding bolt at 2nd level. Why did that roll with advantage? Oh, that's a 12.
A 12 does. Actually, why is it not showing? It does not hit.
Okay, then I miss. It's a very bad roll. That is my action. I don't have. Nope. Okay, I'm good.
Alrighty. That's going to bring us to Gwen.
I know
Okay.
we said we probably weren't going to do the changing initiative thing, but I do actually have a combo that would be very beneficial here.
I'm fine with it if you are.
I would just hand Gwen my whisper dagger and say, if you stab him, he'll be silenced.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Can I get to the chanting man?
Let's see.
Or I
there
will say,
is-
can I get within... How far is this? Can I get within 10 feet of him?
can get within 10 feet of him. Yeah, let's do an athletics check to see if you can swim over there. We'll do right now. The waters are still like kind of vortexing around, so you're pushing up against a little bit. So I'm gonna set it a little high. We're gonna do 16.
27.
Yep, you push through, manage to get within 10 feet of him.
Okay, then I'm going to use an ability I never get to use. So I'm gonna use my action to cast Lightning Lure.
All
Which
right,
is a cantrip I know.
it sure is.
So he has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. It probably fails. It was a 15.
Yeah, DC 17. So he is pulled 10 feet in a straight line towards me. And he takes 1d8 lightning damage. And that's a 7. So he takes 7 lightning damage.
Okay. He
And
appears to be
then-
resistant, but that's not the scary part.
No, it's not the point. So when I use an action to cast a cantrip, I can immediately make a weapon attack as a bonus action. So a bonus action, stab him with the dagger.
Which is a +2 dagger.
Excellent. So that's a... Oh. Math. That's a 23 to hit.
It does hit.
How much damage does the dagger do? Probably not a lot, but...
I mean, it's a +2 dagger. It does have a thing where I can spend hit die to add extra damage to the roll, but obviously that's meant for if I'm stabbing it. Ryan, I don't know if you'd allow me to activate this with this.
Did I say it's attunement?
The attuned creature, which I am the attuned one, so I can channel my life force to empower the blade with blood magic. For each hit die spent, add 1d6 to the damage roll. Cannot expend more than 5 hit die in a single round.
You can spend your reaction to do it.
Okay, I think I will do that, and I will spend 5 of my hit die to do 5d6.
Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work.
That's pretty good. That is 18 extra points of damage.
And I've got 9 for the dagger itself.
Okay, so 18 plus 9, so 27.
Yep.
Ouch.
And there's now a silence field originating from the point of the strike in a 5-foot radius.
Yes.
Yep. Perfect. This is a dagger meant to kill wizards. But also helps with people who are just singing, chanting, and they just annoy. They're good for upstairs neighbors. Excellent turn.
Don't stab your neighbors.
I mean, with
Yay.
kindness. With kindness. Anyway, so that's going to bring us to Van.
I've done a bad job and rolled my damage wrong.
Hmm?
My cantrip does more damage at higher
Okay.
levels. It's just that I don't know how spells work.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I will.
He has 12 more lightning damage.
All right. Let's see. I will fly swim a little closer, and I'll just shoot a first level chaos bolt at the aboleth over here.
Okay.
Just let me roll to hit. I believe that is a 22.
That will hit.
So 2d8 plus 1d6. Okay, so that is going to be. I'll choose to have that do thunder damage, so that is 16 points of thunder damage.
All right.
But it does not leap to a new target.
No. No. Excellent. Is that it for you?
Yes, that'll be my turn.
All right.
And we'll have Chrome Ned go up on the restrained aboleth and do some more blade attacks.
Okay, go for it.
22 to hit,
22 does hit.
21 slashing damage,
Ouch.
and 32 to hit.
That will do it.
I rolled a 19 there for 22 points of slashing damage.
Yep. It's real hurt. Real hurt.
Yep. All right. That is his turn.
All right. So Cesar is going to let's see. I think just going to kind of lash out wildly at Gwen with this kind of trident dagger it has on this person that just yeah. So I think the first attack will miss. The second attack hits the 20, and does 16 piercing damage, which I can do. So I'll just go ahead and do it. Whoop, that's 26, not 16. Okay. All right. Cool. So that's all he can do. I don't think he can run away. He's very worried about what's happening here. This I need someone to roll for the fresh giant again. This aboleth is actually Nope, it's gonna go for Gwen. Gwen's the most scared one. Actually, this is a foolish thing. It doesn't know about Gwen's saving throws. But Gwen, can you do a wisdom saving throw for me?
At advantage.
Well, I rolled the same thing twice.
I'm sure it's great.
That's one of the bad ones. 12.
Really?
I only have a +3 on
Okay.
that one.
All right. Well, you're mine next round.
Cool.
Cool. And then it's gonna kind of scoot over here. As you feel your mind being taken over by an ancient, deep entity that remembers the beginning of the universe. So that's going to bring us to these two poor sad saps who are going to throw themselves against the Frost Giant. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they all rolled amazingly. They all got above 20. So it takes 38 damage. And then Uriel's gonna pop off a couple shots at the crime boss that she's trying to take out. And so that's the wrong sheet. There's so many sheets. I'll roll this actually. Where am I? Oh, sorry. Boop. Yep. Oh, and a natural 20. All right. While I'm calculating this damage, Rosh, you're next.
Okay. Yeah. Oh boy. I don't think I can do much to help you right now, Gwen. Huh. No, yeah, that won't really work either. All right, I am going to, since someone's been barely hurt, I will guiding bolt again. I'm gonna go for, yeah, I'm gonna go for fish face again.
He's quite hurt.
That is a 19.
And that hits.
Okay. That is 20 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
And advantage on the next attack roll against him.
Very nice.
And that is all I've got.
Okay. Gwen, you're closest to the. I need you to hit the Frost Giant as hard as you can. With whatever you have, hit it as hard as you can.
Whatever I have.
Like, if it's spells, if it's melee.
That's gonna be melee. I've already got my Crimson Right going.
Okay.
And most of my spells would be actions, so yeah.
As you hear in your mind in a
attacks.
language that you now understand, kill. Please.
The first attack is a 21.
Yep.
And a 28 for the second one.
Also.
So that's gonna be 2 of these and 2 of these. That is 9 psychic damage and oh geez, 37, 47, 48, 49 slashing damage.
All right. Ouch. As you slight. All right. So also let's do a we'll do another fortune roll. Do a D100. If it's
Okay.
35 or below, you puncture the suit or to like where Frost Giant is risking drowning.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. So we're gonna begin the process of drowning this.
Well,
So I'm gonna start with yellow, and then we'll go to orange, and then we'll go to red. Unless y'all can figure something out. So that's going to bring us to, to Vyncent. As you see, yeah.
It's not supposed to be doing that.
This wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah.
The giant says.
Okay. I mean, I could try to mending the the suit, but that takes a minute.
That might be a little long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I forgot the drowning rules. I don't think they drown like in a minute. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
You can, and I know. I think it's you can stay underwater for an amount of time, like equal to your con modifier.
It has a plus 5 in con.
I think it's number. It's not number of minutes equal to your con modifier. That
It might be. It's D&D. It's kind of silly.
It is 1 plus your con modifier minutes.
So 6 minutes. So 6 minutes. So you're fine.
He's good for
There's
a while,
no rush.
guys.
There's no rush.
Okay, well now I'm just... Because I know in chat I was joking that I could just banish Gwen until she calms down. But that feels a little drastic right now.
Yeah, we don't know if it's something that's going to hold or if she's going to shake it off.
Well, I see Crime Boss Fish glowing nicely over there. I'll go ahead and try and hit him with a... Yeah, we'll do a juicy Chaos Bolt at... We'll go with 3rd level.
Right.
So... Well, that's like a 28 to hit.
Yep.
So
this
that
is it.
It's going to be... So this will be force damage. Well, I rolled terribly on the extra d6s. So that is 16 points of force damage.
That's enough. You send out this bolt that smashes into this creature, pummeling it. You can hear kind of reverberating through the wall like the crack of fish bones, and you see like a scattering light as like scales are beginning to like drift, like catching the very dim light from the ship. Yep, that one's gone. Excellent.
Oh, I muted myself. Yeah, I think that's it for Vin's turn.
Alrighty.
Oh, I also just realized the restrained aboleth didn't make another save to see if it gets more petrified.
All right. Was it con?
Yes? Question mark.
Natural 1.
Yeah, so that's 2 failures for it.
Okay.
Gosh, I think as Vin is ending his turn, he's actually going to tell Ned, go grab Gwen until she stops stabbing our friends.
Okay.
So he will run over and try and grapple her.
All right. Go for it.
He is quite strong. You are also quite strong.
I think he's stronger than me.
Yep.
What do I roll?
I think. Well, I'm gonna look it up. I know the
Usually,
shove rules off the top of my head. But...
Athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Well, you have to do. She can do either, but you
Yeah.
have to do.
Okay, well, that's...
You have to do athletics.
That's only a 14 for Ned.
I'll do athletics because that's a +9 as opposed to my +8 acrobatics. 28.
So, sorry, I didn't hear the.
Yeah,
Ned's
Ned
roll.
only got a 14 that
Sorry,
time.
Ned.
So you broke. So you, your eyes, kind of a glossy black. You, kind of, well, you outpower him. I think it's just somehow you're able to.
That's probably
I think-
scarier.
Yeah, like you just like with a kind of a unearthly, primordial strength. You just his hand kind of reaches down toward you, and you just kind of push him back, and he kind of is well, he's not stunned, but maybe the rest of you are as he kind of clambers back, pushed back by wild strength. That's gonna bring us to this boy. who we're gonna try to do one more save and see if we can. What's the saving throw?
For the petrification.
I mean, I know it's Constitution, but what's the?
Oh, it needs to be 18.
Turns to stone. So it turns to stone. All right, so we'll just. I'm just gonna say it's dead. Or, yeah. As one of the massive creatures, just this creeping petrification that is crawling over them, finally overtakes them, and they settle down to the earth with a clunk, and it kicks up like a silt from the ground in a heavy cloud. The other one, seeing just the quick death around it, it's what can you do? Yeah, okay. It's just going to freak. It's probably just gonna run away. And with a final word, just say like, protect me with your life, to Gwen. And the other two, Marrow, I think one of them is going to be the one that's actually they're both gonna dart away. The giant's gonna take a swing at one of them. It's gonna go for the weakened one. Rolls a 28 and 38 slashing damage. Okay. So the other one gets away and dashes. And I think so how fast can they swim? Pardon me as I figure this out. So this one's swimming away 80 feet per round, and this one is swimming away at 80 feet per round. So they're both swimming quite fast. I don't think there's anything that you all can do to catch them, unless you have a spell with range. But right now, you have. Oof. This is bad, actually. I just realized how bad it is that the aboleth's running away. Yeah. So it's your turn. Actually, no, it's the giant's turn. The giant. Is someone gonna make a case that why the giant shouldn't attack Gwen right now? I don't know if it's gonna listen to y'all.
Would we have any way of knowing that this is the aboleth's doing? Do we know enough? Do we know anything about those sorts of creatures that they could do that?
We know that we can guess that she's charmed right now and being mind controlled in some way, but yeah.
I think I think you can guess who did it. Yes.
I think probably makes sense for me to try and do the convincing here of, she's under control of something else.
Do you speak giant?
No, I know Celestial and Dwarvish.
Okay.
And Common.
All right, it's gonna attack one.
Yeah.
Got a 27 and a 28.
Oh, let me check.
So that's gonna be 50 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Uriel is going to what's she gonna do? She's just gonna call it to Rosh. Like, what is she doing? Basically, I'm not gonna. It's too late for me to yell.
Yeah. Is it Rosh's turn next?
It is actually.
Okay. Then Rosh says, "I can fix it," and he's going to swim up and cast Greater Restoration on Gwen.
Okay.
Which can remove one effect that has charmed the creature.
Awesome. So okay, I think it doesn't say in the description, that it can be removed in this way, but I don't know. But it is a charmed effect. So here's what it says. Here, I'll take it off so you can read it and you can help me determine this. It does talk about how it can be removed as if the aboleth dies or until it's on a different plane of existence from the target.
Would banish her if this doesn't work.
It does specifically say that the target is charmed.
It does specifically say the target is charmed.
And the spell says one effect that charmed the target. So
okay, cool. So yeah, we'll go with that. I think that's how it's supposed to work. Yeah. So and that just works, right?
Yeah, no saving. There's no rolls or anything.
Okay, cool. All right. You rest away this you kind of reach out and you feel this kind of oily, slick, bubbling magic that is like kind of within her, like how it feels like you taste sulfur in your mouth as you do this, as you wrest free this hold that it has on her mind. And Gwen, your vision or your eyes return to normal, and you are back. The giant is still looming above you, pissed as all get out, but you have won the battle. That dark shape that has hovered above the dome doesn't appear to have quite got the message it needed to get involved. So good on you.
I will swim up to the giant and start casting mending on the suit.
Nice. It will appreciate that. It will probably calm it down a bit too. Excellent.
it's fine. We can fight it
Sorry.
out later.
No, it's.
No, I can probably.
We're sorry.
No, I can probably take it. Don't worry about it. We can fight it out later.
So when we're on the surface.
So excellent. So you've taken out the crime boss, Cesare. You've shattered his locus of control on Numora. Uriel quickly takes up the vacuum of power that is there briefly after his demise. You are all paid your 50,000 for your work there. The giant is quite never quite happy about you, Gwen, and gives you cold looks any chance it can do. And
The frost giant.
yeah,
I can take it.
and yes, so you have, how much money do you have left at this point?
All of it. We just have all the money. It's
Yeah.
easier.
All right, so I can
We were at 66K before we got Ned up and functional.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say you got,
We should have a net of 50K now because we spent 30
Yeah.
on Ned. We spent 50 on the
say
first
2
half.
plus 50
Or sorry, the 50 on the first half of Ned.
minus
30 on the
Engines.
minus,
engines. So we should have 50.
Yeah.
52.
Yep. So 52 grand, which you can do to upgrade Ned the rest of the way if you want, or you can save it for something else and have 2 grand to spare, or which was,
I mean, unless anybody else really wants anything, we might as well get this guy up to full power.
Yeah.
all right. And then
Super useful.
you can think about what else you might want to do with that extra 2 grand. Party. So you did manage to avoid a fight with a kraken, which would have elevated the difficulty this quite a bit.
I never get to fight the kraken.
Well, there's still time.
I always avoid the fights with the kraken. How does that keep happening to me?
So that went from an encounter with an adjusted difficulty rating of 29,000 XP. It was at 129,000 XP. So
We still get that XP because we avoided the encounter.
I don't know. I'm not going to give you the whole thing. I'm going to give you a good chunk of it, though, for sure.
Just encouraging us to murder Hobo at this point.
Sean, did you want to fight a Kraken or did you not?
I did want to fight a Kraken.
Okay, well, this is the lesson. You let the things happen.
What he means is he wants me to fight a Kraken and the other two to, I don't know, pick up the pieces.
All right, so we'll do. So this 29,000.
Oh gosh. I assume we're just at basically even XP to be 14 right now.
Math.
But then I'll divide that by 3. Just handy. Okay, I think that levels y'all probably 26,000.
Yeah,
What's the level for
just
15?
would, because if we were at 140,000 to be level 14, 15 is 165,000. So we break it by 1,000.
So cool. So yeah, level 15. I gave you half XP for the Kraken, basically.
Okay.
That's fair. Hey guys, next time something's chanting, can we just let it happen?
No.
I so rarely get to actually use Whisper.
No.
That is the easiest 50,000 XP you've ever earned. I'll say that.
That's true.
So yeah, because that ended up just being a hard encounter with the help of the Frost Giant and Uriel and everything, and the Iron Giant. Sorry, the Iron Golem. But yeah, so it is time for us to wrap up. Thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate everything you do and are, and thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be back again at the end of the month on the 29th. But once again, check us out tomorrow on Thursday for Elegant Suffering at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But until then, good game, everyone, and good night, Internet.